Hello everybody, welcome back to Commonwealth Flipper. I decided to come outside today. It is absolutely gorgeous, but we're not going to do what's on your playlist because I got a bunch of stuff to ship, some cool things I love, absolutely love when in doubt, part it out. And I've been hearing so much from you guys lately about what you're parting out. I've even been learning a few things. So I'm going to walk you through some of those today. And I'm going to ask you, if you would, put some things lately that you've been parting out, and maybe we can all learn a little bit from you guys out there. I got a bunch going out of here, I think for around $600 today, so let's get to work. As I'm coming in here with my squeaky door today, I want to show y'all something. So you probably saw this on Commonwealth Picker last week when we picked up all these cars, but my wife had taken pictures of a tub full of them, and then Reagan came down here and she took pictures of all of these. Look at this. She even tells me these are done. She knows I lose my mind half the time. She's like, I got to tell him because he'll never remember. So she took pictures. Look at all the multiples here. And these are going to be on the Homeschool Hustler store. It's going to be on Turner's store. He's going to enjoy talking about the characters and stuff when we sell them. So if you're looking for them, they're not all up. Well, they might be by the time you hear this. Some of them anyways. But they are going to go over to the Homeschool Hustler store. There should be a link below, and you can look at that if you so desire. There's still a few more need pictured down here. I love the multiples. Like this one here, you know, 4 of these. 2 of those, 3 of those, 4 of those. Makes it so much easier to list. But Bluebird's mama's going to have to come out here. Well, she didn't have to, but she told me she would. And take some more pictures over here. And so maybe, after I'm done today, she'll probably come help me ship. And maybe I'll get her on camera and we'll put her on the next episode. I hope anyways. Cross my fingers. All right, first item up today is one of those when in doubt, parted out items. And I bought this one at the Highway 127 sale. Same place I bought those vintage Halloween masks that we've sold half of now, those right there. For $1, I bought this right here, Backgammon game, and a lot of times I part them out regardless if they're complete or not. But this one is actually one you can sell. You can sell it for around $20 complete plus shipping, or you can sell it just parted out. And I got 16 plus shipping, but this way they'll stay first class. So in fees, it's almost a wash on these. They're like marbled. They're made to look like Bakelite. They're clearly plastic cups. And I think all of the dice as well. A lot of times I'll part them out just the pieces and then the dice and the cups separately. So anyway, $1 into 16 plus shipping. I don't know. A lot of people think I'm crazy. So give me a thumbs up if you don't think I'm crazy. Have another item you could consider when in doubt, parted out, I guess. I suppose it is. It is a controller. And I bought this at a sale. They were asking $5. And I didn't know what it was worth, but I knew it was the digital camo. And I'm like, it gotta be worth something, right? And so I offered them $3 and they took it. And sure enough, it was worth something. 28 bucks. I did free ship on it, so I'm not making a fortune. But, you know, we're making, I don't know. How much are we making on that? 28, 4, 7. You know, not doing too bad on it. Probably making after shipping 18 bucks, something like that. I will take it for sure. Next one is an interesting one. So I'm not getting rich off of these right here. I'm not even sure I can get it. You don't see me use this bucket very often, do you? I'm gonna reach in and just grab them. Here, I'll just put this up. I can't see unless I'm looking at the camera. A couple of bucket hats, Callaway. And they're selling for good money, but I'm into them for quite a bit. So I think my profit on them is about $7 is all. But they were multiples. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna do it. And I'm doing it for a buddy. If you've watched the show for long enough, you know in the dead of winter, I do some, I don't know what I'd call it. It's not retail arbitrage. I go to some local golf courses, and I have an arrangement with them where once everything's kind of shut down for the winter, nobody's claimed any of the lost and found stuff, I'll come and I'll buy it from them. And I like that arrangement. I make a pretty good amount of money when I don't source much at all in the wintertime. And so because of that, every once in a while, I'll buy merchandise that they just want to get the heck out of there. And I try to give them a really nice price for it because of what they do for me in the wintertime. So anyway, that's what this is right here. We're making a little bit of money on it. But like I said, we're not getting rich. And I didn't tell you what we're making. And I got to make sure these are the right one. That's large XL. And that is small medium. So I've got 2 of these. I got to put this one back. We're making $29 on them, I think, plus shipping. Not too bad. And they're Callaway branded, in case I didn't say that. Next one is something that I got in just as a throw-in because I don't do cards very often. I don't even know if I can find this. There it is. And I bought this one right here, the Shohei Ohtani card, because I'm an Angel fan, you know, and figured I could make a little bit of money on it. It's a 9, a mint 9, so it's not, you know, amazing. But he wouldn't come off the price any more than he already came off of it, and I'm like, hey, just, you know, throw this one in for me, an ungraded card. And he did, and it kind of made the deal work. So didn't sell us for much. It was $9 plus shipping, and I don't know. I don't do cards very often, but when I saw that graded Ohtani, I'm like, yeah, it's meant to be. So this is also Matt's quarterback, part-time pickers quarterback in fantasy football. So I'm going to put a little hex on him before I send it off. I cheated on this next one. I went and got the hat bin. It's getting so full and stuffed up back there. I don't have enough room, so I just grabbed it. But before I show you that, I just wanted to, if y'all know, if you've been around YouTube resellers for a while, Tanya over there, it's nice to see. You got a couple videos out this week. So good to see that you're back doing it. Appreciate it. I love watching her stuff, have for years. If you know her, go over there and give her your best wishes. So that's a little flat, but must have been sitting down in there. I saw this hat. I can't remember what was the name of that sale. My garage sale pile just got a little smaller. And this was there. Everything was dirt cheap. And I'm like, this is a sweet looking hat. Made in the USA, Rodeo America. And there was no comps on there, but I'm like, this thing, I'm putting this thing up there for 35 bucks. Took a while, but it sold 35 bucks. I think free ship. Think about it like, I don't know, 30 plus ship. Next item was a bit of a disappointment. We're still going to make money. I paid $5 for a Sharp View cam, and it didn't work. I mean, it worked. There's a couple issues with the zoom on it that wasn't working really well. So I'm like, I'm going to put this as is just to be careful. You know, no returns, you know, broken kind of thing. So a bit of a disappointment, but it still sold for $20 plus shipping. And it was sold over there on Bonanza, believe it or not. So I'm happy to see that. We're making a little bit of money, maybe 12 bucks, 13, 14 bucks, something like that. So sometimes, and you know, if I would have known that and I was going to make that little on this type of item, I wouldn't have done it. You know, I have no problem making that exact same money or less. Actually, I'm making less on this than I'm making on this profit-wise. And so I wouldn't have done this because it took me charging it, testing it, you know, the whole process all sprawled out, taking up space. This stuff's easy. I love it. This gets a little hard. And the payoff is that they sell for pretty good money sometimes if they work. I think I've done a video on what not to buy for eBay. If I had to do another one, I would have to include this type of item. And I have stayed away from this stuff for a long time. Matter of fact, when I took my boy out years ago, garage selling with me, this is the kind of stuff he gravitated to immediately. You kind of got to learn that if it's made to be collectible, it's not collectible. And you know, sometimes I'll pick this stuff up if they're a quarter 50 cents, and I'll put them in my antique booth and they'll sell. This is kind of an iconic year though, 1991 Duke. I remember I was in the parking lot in Yucaipa, California at a Vaughn's grocery store and listening to it while my mom was shopping, wondering why I wasn't at home watching it. But I think it was 50 cents at a sale, and he was so nice and gave me so many great deals on so much. And he's like, you know, you need to take this too. He clearly wanted to get rid of stuff, and I'm like, all right, I'll take it. $8 plus shipping. Another when in doubt, parted out item should be in Shed Juice's drawer. And I have one more piece of this left here. This was from a vintage Sony Handycam. I mean, old school here. And we parted the heck out of this thing, and we're making pretty good money. I think 5 different parts we sold, and there's one left. This one's sold, and we paid, I think, $1 for the whole thing, maybe $2, at what was that one called? Treated Like Trash sale. And it worked, but there was a couple of issues with it, and so we decided to part it out. When in doubt, you know, right there, there's the when in doubt, part it out. First edition mug, which people ask all the time. We don't have any for sale. We do like charitable stuff. We do auctions for stuff. We give them away sometimes, but at any rate, maybe we'll do that this holiday season. This little viewfinder, you know, you stick it on top, and it sold for $17 plus shipping. Love it. Next item is, I'm probably not going to pick this up. I'll probably just show it to you because I don't want to drop it. But it's a pretty good sale. We paid $3 for this. It was at the same exact garage sale where we got, well, it was like a impromptu flea market, I guess, where we got all those Dukes of Hazzard things, and we picked this one up there for $2 or $3. I can't remember. Either way, it was really cheap. I think it's a 4.5er liter, I think is what it is. I don't know. What do you think, y'all? Should I do it? Should I try and do it? Here, I'll put this one under my arm. And I'll take this one. You can maybe see what it is. No, you can't. I better watch it. Ooh, get over the ladder. It's like an obstacle course in here sometimes. Oh, here we go. What is this? Made in the USA. It's 4.5 liter. And I do ship these. I should do a video on how I ship these and put it on the Commonwealth Auctions channel. I don't know that I have time now, but I'll just give you a brief. Because that adds height to it, right? So basically, I bubble wrap the heck out of it, obviously. But then I'll flip it upside down and I'll cut a hole in cardboard. And I'll slide it down there like that. And it sits up there upside down. And it takes a little bit of the height away. And then there's bubble wrap, but there's also cardboard in between. And I just cut a hole in the cardboard. Stick that down through like that. So anyway, I don't know. It works. Double boxing these is probably a decent idea as well. If it doesn't cost you too much more. And with today's rates, UPS and FedEx are killing it. Just absolutely awesome. So I think I will probably double box that thing. If not, I'll definitely put in some reinforcement to make sure it doesn't move. Or I'll make that cardboard that I put in there into a square so that when you set it in the box, there's very little movement, and then you pack paper underneath it. And then obviously more bubble wrap and cardboard underneath it as well. So we'll see. I should do a video. Next time I sell one up there, maybe in the winter time, I'll definitely make one and put it over there. Hey, we got Turner here with some Homeschool Hustler. Actually, just one Homeschool Hustler store sales. Yeah. But look, all this stuff's going to be in your store. You're going to have a bunch of sales pretty soon. You'll be coming in here having like 3 sales. You're going to make some money for Christmas so you can spend it on my Christmas present, right?
If I was little, I would want all of those cars.
If you were little, you would want them all? You don't want them now? You know who wants them?
Gabe.
Your buddy Gabe. You know who else wants them? Bubba, your older brother. He thinks these things are now nostalgic and he loves them. Because when he was like 4 is when this movie came out. I think I got my dates right. And he loved it and he watched it almost as much as you do. But that right there is from my childhood. What's that little thing? You know what that guy's name is?
I have no idea.
ALF.
ALF.
Stands for Alien Life Form. I think is what it stands for. And you know what he used to like to eat? He liked to eat cats.
Cats?
Yeah, he liked to eat cats. We should have brought Boots in here, huh?
Yeah.
Definitely. Not Pepper, because I don't want Pepper to be gone, but Boots. That would be cool. I'm just teasing. That is a pencil gripper. Its hands come apart. Hold it up for us. Hands come apart, and it grips a pencil. I don't know if that's what really they are, but that's what I used to see him for. So, 1984. Best year ever. $14 plus shipping, bud. Definitely enough for you to do what?
Save $1, spend $1, and donate $1. Bye.
It is appropriate that we have another Bonanza sale and another when in doubt parted out item right here. And this came from the Nordic Track. And we have these parts left for the Nordic Track, and I think that's it. We parted out 5 different pieces. Normally I do 7, but 2 of them are long tail, and I decided to recycle 1. And I had a buddy who asked me for the other for a different kind of project. And I'm like, okay, no problem. So this right here, believe it or not, sold on Bonanza for $9.50, which is a killer sale for something so simple. And people always ask me about shipping this stuff. So just before I say anything, let me mention a couple names really quick. Diane and Eric, thank y'all for buying the planes to the shipping table. I've had some people lately on Instagram posting their pictures. A lot of people are getting it done, and I really appreciate that. It's really cool. I've been reposting them when I get them. If y'all tag me in them, I will definitely do that. So you could put it in like a 4x4x4 box, you know, with a little paper if you wanted to. But these are a little bit more expensive than doing something like this right here. I probably would just take a piece of cardboard, cut it out like that, and slide it in there like that. Now, sometimes these will tear, but if they have that cardboard maybe on either side, it should be okay. Another way to do it is just throw it in here. It'll be perfectly safe in there, or you can just throw it in there. It'll be perfectly safe in there. Have affiliate links to both of these. This is eBay branded stuff if you have an eBay store. This is 90% of the time, this is what I get right there. I occasionally use this table in here to do some work. But I figured out, and I would clean it off before we do the show, you know, because you don't want to look at stuff like this back here. But I thought it's a when in doubt parted out day, so I would keep it in here. I'll test things, and if everything's not working perfectly and I don't really want to sell it all together as is, I'll part it out, and the pieces that are good and are working, I'll just kind of do it that way. So that's what this is. This is a reel-to-reel machine. I haven't tested it yet. I just set it here to begin to work on it, but got a great deal on it. And if it's working, it's worth a bunch of money. If it's not, it's still worth a bunch of money, but you're better off parting it out than selling it as is. So I don't know. You just got to kind of feel it out a little bit and make sure you're checking to see different parts. Sometimes one part of a machine will sell for as much as the whole machine, and then obviously you'd rather do that instead of keeping everything around. So we'll see about that one, but don't forget, leave your when in doubt, parted out items down below. If you would, I'd appreciate it. Have some Mary Kay Coral Rose lip gloss right here. Didn't sell for a whole bunch. Some of these go for pretty good money. $7 plus shipping. All right, you don't know this because I edited it out, but I've been looking right here for a shirt and I can't find it. And I think I know what happened because Bluer's mama took a picture of this. It's a woman's shirt, and those necklines sometimes are a little wide. Sometimes they don't hang up really well. And so when that happens, she'll put it up and put it in one of those little bags, and she'll put it outside in one of those bins. So I'm going to put a picture of it right here, and you can see it's not an amazing sale by any stretch. Matter of fact, I think it might have been, maybe been hers. I can't imagine buying this unless it was 50 cents or $1. But who the heck knows? $8, I think, is what it sold for, plus shipping. All right, y'all, here it is. I told y'all when I sell these out, when in doubt, part it out. When I sell these out, I think I'm done with this. These are the little miniature magnetic backgammon, travel backgammon games. And I pick them up all, well, I used to, 50 cents or $1. And then I part out the pieces. Like, not all the pieces, I mean like 2 at a time. Got blue and cream and white and black and cream and brown and all that stuff. And the cream and brown ones sell pretty good, actually. And I sell them for $5.99 free ship, right? Well, back in the day when you could ship first class for, $2.71, you'd make like $2. And now, sometimes, if it's going to Cal, you're making just over $1. Just not really worth it. But I used to make, doing it back in the day, I used to be able to make $40 on one backgammon game. You'd have to sell them all in parts out, and then you'd sell the cups and the dice and whatever. I think those days have passed me by, unfortunately. But I'm still selling these down. $6 free ship.
Hello guys, this is Reagan, and we have 2 CommonwealthPair.com sales, and we have a little Sophie. Oh, and a Pepper, I think. Let's go get her. Hey! Goodbye? Okay, so we have 2 blue Commonwealth Picker shirts, and Sandy and Dan got them. Thank y'all. Don't forget to get your sticker at CommonwealthPicker.com.
I used my store coupons this time to get some free padded mailers. What do you think? Christmas. I better start putting these in the rotation now, or I'll be having them after New Year's. I like it. No red. Looks like Commonwealth Picker colors to me. I like it. Anybody else get something? Tell me in the comments what you got with your coupon this year, if you have an eBay store of the 2nd level or higher. Some people actually leave messages complaining about the last couple minutes of the show. And I'm just, well, for one, it's why I put it at the end, because a lot of people don't want to tune in to me saying thank you to other people. But, my mom and dad, when I was a little guy, made me handwrite thank yous. Every single thing I got, I had to handwrite it, address it, put a stamp on it, and send it off. And I hated it, but I appreciate that they did that. And that's why I like to give thank yous. And I hate it when I miss them. And I kind of hate the fact that I can't read everything that gets sent to me anymore. I mean, when I'm looking at my email, I literally go down and pick one. And I'm just like, gosh, this is awful. But I'm spending hours a day doing it, and it's like, well, I can't do any of the other stuff. So if you send me something, I promise you I'm not, whether it's Instagram, any of it, I have a hard time keeping up with it, but I really do try to pick and choose and do my best. And that reminds me of something my wife told me. She's like, you really need, because we have packages people send, and sometimes it's weeks or even a month before I say thank you on a video. So, and then sometimes it's quick. And I got a package and it just sat in there, and she's like, you gonna open this thing? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get to it, I promise. She opened it. She's like, you have to read this. And so I'm not gonna read the whole thing. I'm just gonna tell you what it is in a minute. But before I do that, there's a thank you to Zach, did I get that right? Fine Tooth Comb Pickers. 5 pieces of the shed over there on buymeacoffee.com/Commonwealth. Thank y'all so much. And I can't thank y'all enough. We had an Animan sale today. You didn't see one because the person who won the auction didn't pay. And I just thought to myself, you know what? I think this is the first Inaman auction where somebody didn't pay so far. And that's just a testament to the folks who watch this show. There's so many people, and they probably will. I'm not saying that they're not going to pay. You know, they could be gone for a couple of days. You know, who the heck knows? Hopefully nothing happened to them. But, you know, I've seen so many YouTubers over the years, they'll do an auction and somebody doesn't pay and they have to re-auction it. And we've had to do that from time to time, but never on an Inaman. And so viewers just of the show I'm just eternally grateful. You're amazing. You've changed my life. Anyway, I won't get emotional because I'd get emotional if I read this thing as well. I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to show you what came in the box. It was a big giant box. And I will tell you one of the things that came in the box, which is really cool. But I just wanted to give a quick thank you to Chuck and Jesse. And it's at Be More Pickin'. I guess that's YouTube. Is that your eBay? I don't know. Is that your eBay? I don't think it's YouTube, unless it is YouTube. But you don't have a YouTube channel. They actually ask specific, you know, we don't need a shout out. We don't need anything. Just wanted to say thank you to me and gave a whole laundry list of things that I can't read in good conscience, because it was so generous and nice to me. Just thank you for that. And, you know, I was a teacher, and part of what I loved about teaching was that you could see this immediate, maybe not immediate, but over time, you could see an impact that you could have on kids that might not have all the things that I had growing up, or, you know, a family that was together, and all the benefits that we take for granted sometimes. And I think that when I left teaching, I knew I'd miss that, especially the coaching aspect when you get really close to kids and families. And I knew I would miss that because I don't show my emotional side, but I'm pretty emotional. And when I read this, I'm just like, wow. This is amazing. So I'm not going to go into detail. Just thank you to both of you. And this made my day, and it made my wife's day. But I do want to say that flag back there came in that box, and it's got the names of everybody on 9/11 who passed. And we don't have room in here to hang it up. It's kind of big. We might someday in a different building, but I can tell you what, on 9/11, if I can remember, we'll fly it out here, for sure, and we'll do something nice with it. For sure. So thank you to both of you, and I appreciate it, and we can't wait to see you next time.
Oh, Pepper, watch out. All right. Hello, everybody. We are back with some Commonwealth comedy, and we got a Sophie still, and Pepper's still in here, too. So today's joke is, I spend a lot of time and money childproofing my house, but the kids still get in. All right, guys. Bye.